working, man.
Good evening, keepers of the cash. Gary B, the casual comic guy here, and joining me as always every single Thursday, we have my good buddy Digger Jim down below. Jim, how you doing this week, sir?
Doing good. Ready to start the weekend.
And of course, our guest of the hour tonight is none other than Will WVOGS. How you doing tonight, sir? Thanks for coming on the show for the first time.
Oh, I'm thankful to have you be in the presence of such awesome guys on the panel in the chat. I've been watching this show for a while, and I reached out to you and I said, "Hey, do you have a free spot open? I would love to be on and talk comics with you." And of course, I met Matt last night, and this is my first time meeting Ray, and I've known Jim for the last probably month.
Yeah, somehow the show's been going for almost 3 years. I don't know. But
It's a good show.
Yeah, running 2 shows a week. It keeps you busy.
At least you could say you lasted more than some TV programs out there.
Right.
Yeah, but those TV programs that didn't last long probably got millions of views. It's all perspective.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Ad dollars.
They don't get to meet the great people I get to meet on a weekly basis.
That is true.
We have something extra special tonight, guys, and you guys are both welcome to stay afterward if you want. That's up to you guys and what your time constraints are. But I have Mr. Matt Woods and someone who I'm getting to meet for the first time, Ray Jr., and you need to go check out Ray's Instagram account because he's currently getting votes right now for his Franklin Fitness, and I voted for him, so you guys should go vote for him. You're currently in what, 6th place?
6th place. So by the time 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, if I don't make it in the top 5, then I'm out. But I just appreciated the folks that did vote. I wasn't expecting nobody to buy no votes because I think that's cheating. But I'm pretty sure the people that are ahead of me probably bought votes. I was just surprised when they selected me to be in the competition. I applied for it just to apply. And then I get an email like a month later say, "Hey, congratulations, you've been selected." I was like, whoa.
Nice.
It's been a good journey. A lot of people, some of the comic book community know me, from early back in 2015. I was with a show with my buddy Marty. He's a retired military guy as well. We ran Comic Book Fanatics, and it's still on YouTube. And then we had what we call Comic Talk, where every Sunday we talked about comics just like everybody else. But life got busy, and it's hard to run a show and then taking care of a household and all that stuff. But I appreciate being invited. X11 Bravo told me about the show, and I was, eager to get on it. I thought I wasn't going to make it tonight because now I'm training for a bodybuilding show for September, and I was with my trainer today. But we went early so that way I could make it in time. And then my wife sprung on me last minute, "Hey, let's cut the grass today instead of tomorrow." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I cut the grass. That's my job part. Her job is to weed eat, and that's what she's doing right now. So
Nice.
she said, "Hey, go ahead."
1-2 tag team, right?
Oh, yeah. That way it doesn't take too long. It takes me 45 minutes to cut the grass, and it takes her about 15 to 20 minutes to weed eat, and then I already blew the lawnmower off, so that's already put up. So it's a good teamwork. She's, getting better with her fitness as well because, I don't know if y'all know TiVo that passed away. Health is very important to me. I know people can control their health, and just, us as a society in America, I think we're still rated number 1 as the obese country. And I try to make it a conscious effort to get to the gym every day, but I learned how to go 3 days, take a day off, then go back 3 days. So I'm not overdoing it, but I feel better now than I did when I joined the Army. So nice. I guess it's working, but like I said, I'm excited to be here tonight, and hopefully come back a few more times now that I can base off my schedule, because I'm a JRTC instructor. So it's not like Matt would tell you, as in when I was in, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm getting phone calls talking about, hey, I got a DUI. Hey, beat their wife or whatever. And I got to go, report that up and all that. So it's been great since September of 2022 when I went on terminal leave and ain't got them phone calls. So 1 February 2023 made it official that I was retired after 30 years. So
nice.
Congratulations.
I'm glad it's so.
And I'm scheduling July right now, so I got some dates open. I'll hit you up with them and see if you want to come on the show and do your own 1011 and your own interview show with In the Hot Seat, which is my interview show. So
that's a show I want to be on in the future.
So real quick, what is your Instagram?
Team_Franklin_fitness.
Okay.
Yeah. So I post my workouts. I post my comics. I spotlight my wife on Wednesdays for a Woman Crush Wednesday. She'll go on there sometimes to post because she likes decor and all that stuff. So.
Tim, if you find it, send it to me if you don't mind.
And
Ray, I've been following you, I think, since the start of your Instagram journey.
Yep.
Super motivating. There's always a workout. There's always something positive to say. Like, you guys don't know this, but the guy to my, right, left, whatever, he's a sergeant major in the Army, okay? Very, very prestigious rank. The guy seems to just carry his professionalism over from the Army into the civilian world. So if you can follow his Instagram channel or feed, absolutely do so.
Nice. Now, to the reason I have these two esteemed gentlemen on this evening, I was thinking about it too because today's D-Day. I was having a show tonight, and that was in the back of my mind. And then I saw a post by my buddy here, Matt Woods, on his Facebook, and then I'm like, I can't not have this talked about on the show tonight. We gotta address it. We gotta bring some awareness to it because. Here in the States, we're lucky. Every day we're living in a world that people fought, bled, and died for. And I don't think it's appreciated enough. So I brought these two guys on to each speak a little bit of their piece about it and just get off their chest any message they may have about it. So I don't know who's got the least amount of time, but I've had Matt on before, Ray. So why don't we start with you, sir? It's your first time on the show.
Can I say something? Ray, I just followed you on Instagram, by the way. Team Franklin Fitness, just followed you, man.
Okay, I'll hit you back up, brother. So with D-Day, what is very surprising to me is it's not talked a lot about in schools. Like today, I went to work. This is summer break, but since I'm a JROTC instructor, we're still prepping for our JCLC camp. So 10 of our students have been there. So I asked them, hey, what's today? And all of them looked at me with a deer in the headlight. They did not know, well, except one person, because she came in a little late. And I said, hey, what's today? And she said, oh, Sergeant Major, today is D-Day. So
hey,
I'm a little upset that a lot of the younger generation do not take that in consideration as in studying up on history. D-Day, I think it's not confirmed, but over 4,400 personnel that have died, maybe up to 9,000 that, soldiers and all that stuff from Canada, just all over that was involved with D-Day. I think that schools should do a better job as in talking about that. I know some people try to get away from that because I don't understand why, but it's still an important part of history. And now that I actually work at the high school, I see a lot of things that are not talked about. Like some of the kids don't stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, which blows my mind.
Wow.
Yes. So I'm that guy now because a couple of the secretaries say, hey, we need you in the office. So I'll go in there and all the TAs sit down and I'll tell them, stand the freak up right now.
Yeah, that was mandatory when I was in school. As soon as you did the pledge, it's pledge time. You were up, you had your hand over your heart, and you were going.
Yes, and then I gotta tell some to stop. They're in the hallway walking. Like, you need to stop. This is like ridiculous. So I don't blame the kids. I blame the parents for not teaching them about how to respect, the pledge, the flag, all that stuff. Okay, you got your beliefs, whatever you believe. That's you. I'm not trying to force it on you, but if we're saying the Pledge of Allegiance, I expect every person in that school to stand, say the pledge. If you don't say it, at least bow your head or whatever. You don't have to say it out loud. Like we have our students say it out loud, so that way I know that they know it, because some don't even know the pledge, which was very shocking. So it just baffles me. But I let them know that a lot of soldiers, probably their grandparents, their great grandparents, fought during that time and have sacrificed their life, so we can live a better life here in America. Which I bring that up a lot when I see kids that disrespect adults, and then when they try me, but then they like, oh, that's the JRTC guy. It's like, it shouldn't just be because I'm the JRTC guy. It should be because I'm an adult. All these other adults you need to respect, because some have that snappy attitude. And to tell you the truth, I'm tired of hearing the COVID era. COVID is over with. That is over with. So just because
has nothing to do with the pledge either.
Yeah,
Gary, I've got a story after these two. I don't know.
So just because you stayed at home during COVID for whatever amount of months did not mean for you to have respect for adults. You had plenty of time to brush up on your history. If you can do this, you should be able to read. Reading is fundamental. I learned that. Schoolhouse Rock. Reading is fundamental. So, but I'm gonna turn it over to Matt, see what he has to add to that, and then I'll, talk a little bit about Mission 22, and then we can
beautiful Ray
do what we got to do.
Good job.
All right, Matt.
Hey, Sergeant Major hit it right on the point. He goes, like, a lot of people have ancestors, parents, grandparents, great grandparents that fought. Okay, me personally, my grandparents raised me. Okay, they were a giant part of my upbringing. Anyhow, my grandfather was in the 1st Infantry Division, and he was one of the first waves on Omaha Beach on June 6, 1944, which is what we're talking about, D-Day. Now, that was an amazing event, okay? Largest amphibious landing in history, where you go from the sea to the land, which is an extremely, extremely hard thing to do if you're in the military, okay? But I'm not necessarily like talking about what happened that day, but just how it affected that man that I grew up with, idolizing. Every day he had a flag sitting outside the house, and every night he brought it down. And the reason he brought the flag down is because there's rules on how to display a flag. He never put up a light so that flag was illuminated overnight. So he always made sure that he took it down and he folded it up properly in the house. And just like Ray was talking about, we need to make sure that we do those little things of honor. In schools, it's saying the Pledge of Allegiance, okay? Now, to that man, that was basically his form of the Pledge of Allegiance, okay? He still honored this country, and he loved what it stood for. And, there's a lot of things that we can disagree about. But there's some very simple things that we can agree about, that when we all work together, whenever we all strive to make this place better, that it runs the way it should be. And I think that is the story of America in a nutshell. Everybody come together, from all different backgrounds, all different walks of life, and all having a common goal.
Agreed. There's a reason why they were called the greatest generation. I mean,
Absolutely.
if you're talking about this country ramped up, and I mean ramped up, built like 100,000 planes. I mean, it was insane what they did back then. And we're talking 1944, people. I mean, actually 1942.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was just, here's a quick fact that I read today during lunch, and I didn't know this. Scotty from Star Trek landed on Omaha, I believe. How about that?
Yep, I saw
I
that.
didn't know that. He literally lost one of his fingers, got shot off as he got off the boat thing. Yeah,
that's crazy. I've got a real quick story before you go to Ray again. We never said the Pledge of Allegiance at school, and it kind of made me upset because I am a history buff, and history is history, whether what year it is. And I'm with everybody. I work for Lowe's Home Improvement. And when I hear a customer say, I have a military discount, I smile and I say, yes, sir, or yes, ma'am. And our receipts, and I thank them for their service. And our receipts even say, thank you for your military service. We appreciate you. And it's a nice discount to give. But you know what? You can't just say, "Oh, it's only D-Day." It's every war that people have fought, our current one, our past ones. But um, I actually, as a youth, lived in Europe. But I was thankful as a youth to go on a trip to France, and we went to Normandy and saw the beaches and went around Normandy, and I could feel like sometimes you get, I don't know if it's just me, sometimes when you go to somewhere you feel like, wow, I'm a part where history took place. And it was really cool and interesting. And I think it was either my grandma's stepbrother or grandma's dad landed a few days after the Normandy invasion and was a medic. And I didn't get to know the guy, but man, I would have given that guy so much flowers and appreciation. But I love this nation's military through and through, whether it's Army, Marines, Air Force, Navy. Respect them all. Give them their flowers. And what these three said before me, they hit the nail on the head.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
Well said, Will.
Thank you,
Right,
sir.
we're going to bring Ray back up too. Now, Ray, you wanted to talk about Mission 22, and before you do, I just want to mention that this isn't the only time this is ever brought up. Mission 22 is a regular staple over on Comic Man Andy's channel, and you guys should be aware that Comic Man Andy does a lot of work for this, and he's a big supporter of it. So check out Comic Man Andy. He does a lot for Mission 22. Okay, I'm sorry, Ray. The table's yours, sir.
No problem. First of all, I'd like to say, what's going on, Carlito? Yes, I'm covering the guns up today. Didn't want to, pull them out, but they said I was hiding the guns today. All right, with Mission 22, growing up in the Army, you didn't hear about suicide a lot. So I was like oblivious to it until I started getting up in the ranks, what it actually means. And then seeing those numbers is staggering to me, as in, they're saying 22 people a day die because of suicide. I know it's, easier to talk about saying, hey, talk to somebody, but, it's one of those where you don't know what somebody is going through. For instance, when I was a command sergeant major at Fort Sill for 313th Artillery Regiment, we had two within like 4 months, and none of them showed no sign. Like the first one, he even was like, "Hey, sergeant major, my son is coming. I just got another apartment. I went and bought his bedroom set, this and that." So, you didn't see those signs or whatever. And then when I had to go to a leadership course, I get the phone call that, committed suicide. I'm like, what the heck? And then, like I said, 3 months later, we had another soldier. He had just came from Korea. He was going to be change his MOS to go to PSYOPs, took the test, the psychological evaluation test, and passed it. And, he didn't show up for work one day. So, of course, we sent somebody to his house to see, why didn't you show up? And they found him dead. He had shot himself. I'm like, what is going on? It's like they try to give you in these classes the signs to look for, but at the same time, I think it kind of hinders because now those people know
how to cover up those signs and not make it public.
Yeah.
I'll make sure I don't do that. So that way they won't know what I'm going through. And then they just think it's, easier way to take your life because they think the world is bogged down. I've had, the world bogged down on me before, but I also think, when I take that, sit back and think like, okay, I have my kids to think about. I have my wife to think about. I have my parents to think about. And I don't want nobody to feel no certain pain if I take my life. I like living. Yes, I know I'm going to die one day, but at least it's not going to be because I took my life. It's going to have to be because old age or drop the bitch on my chest or something. I don't know, but
natural causes.
Yeah, natural causes. Yeah. I wanted to be because,
right.
I took my life, but I want everybody to know that there are programs out there. And what boggles my mind is, I don't know if you've seen it too, Matt, but where I live at, all these cats that I see on the corner that's saying that they're veterans. And then when you tell them, hey, the VA is around the corner, go get some help. No. But then the VA is the one that's taking the criticism, like they're not helping the veterans or whatever. No, they're trying to help. It's just they don't want to get help, because when you got that guy that I see every day that's standing out on the corner of Morgan and Green River Road that's begging for money because he don't want to pay no taxes, that kind of disturbs me as well. But
you hit it on the head. There's a lot of really good people out there willing to help others. But it's taking that first step is so hard.
And it's sad. People are afraid to ask for help, which asking for help is not a cowardly thing.
Yes, so a lot of people have, I'm not going to say a lot, but I know some people's egos are too big to ask for help.
Right.
And it's not about having an ego. If you need help, you need to reach out. I'd rather for somebody reach out, call me or something. I don't even care if it's in the middle of the night saying, hey, I'm struggling real bad. I need some help. Then we'll come get you, and then figure it out the next day, what help you need. But I'd rather for that than if somebody take their life or whatever.
Definitely. And I think that's a struggle that is a very large part of being a man, right? Because especially from the generations we're from, where you're taught to just shut up, keep quiet, and keep moving forward, and
keep it locked in.
And
people don't want to hear you complain.
Yeah, that's
right. And if you do get help.
Yes, yeah, you I grew up in the Army when I joined in '93. I twisted my ankle so bad I couldn't walk, and they was like, "Go to sick call." I was like, "Nope," because I'm not being labeled as no punk, no nothing. It ended up hurting me later because now my ankle hurts, here and there. If I'd have just went and got it checked out instead of trying to walk on it, even though they saw that I could barely walk or whatnot. But that's the mentality that we had, most, I was in an all-male unit until they changed that, like 2012, when women were allowed in field artillery, that you're not a man if you go into sick call or whatever. Now, as a leader, I encourage my soldiers, NCOs, hey, if you're hurt, go get seen, get that documented, because that might be a lingering effect later. You never know. Breaking a finger, that might not seem major or whatever, but later on, that might have some consequences later because you decided to be tough and tape it up, and I'm not going to see nobody. And then next thing
as you get older, you find out,
believe me,
all those things come back to haunt you.
Yeah, it's called arthritis. They'll know it in about 30 years when they're in their 50s.
Yep.
Beautiful, Rick.
So,
but no, thank you for coming on and speaking about it. I couldn't do the show tonight without asking you guys on. Because, like you said, I wasn't seeing anyone talking about it today. A few people on Instagram making some posts that were respectful, but nothing in the larger scale media that was bringing it up or even addressing it.
Yes.
I'm happy you did, Gary. I'm really happy you did.
Well, and I reached out to X11 Bravo. He's like, "Oh, it's not me you want. It's this guy." I'm like, "Hey, I trust you." He goes, "You want him? He's the guy." I'm like, "All right." And then I get the pleasure of meeting you. So
yeah, that's a real cool dude. Mm-hmm. He really supports. He's supporting with the voting, and I greatly appreciate, like I said, everybody that did vote, free vote, even though it was only every 24 hours. But I appreciate the support and wasn't expecting nobody to pay for no votes. If this was back in the 80s, 90s, where there's no access to no debit card or whatever, I probably would have won. But hey, it is what it is. At least I know that I made it all the way to the top 10.
But there is still time to vote for you as of right now, right?
Is it? I don't know. Whatever 7 Pacific Standard Time. What time is that? Is that like?
There's about
30
34 minutes left to vote for you.
So 34 minutes left. If you want team_Franklin_fitness, go vote. The link is in my bio. Go ahead and vote. I figured, I got 3,000 followers. I should have had 3,000 votes. I don't know, but
I voted for you.
Appreciate it. So, but also I haven't talked about comics in a long time, so I was kind of missing that. My wife even brought that up the day we did I was on the show talking about Tim. Hadn't did like a live show in a long time that me and my friend Marty used to run. And then I've been on Lords of the Long Box a couple of times. And then the NY Warriors, those are some great channels as well that, I used to go on to support them guys because we all came up together. So it's like one of those, the OGs of YouTube doing comic shows and all that stuff. So
I guess Matt, I'll tell you, now that you've been on the show and I've met you, I'll keep asking you back.
And I will come. Like
I said, he won't stop bugging you.
Yeah. This looks like
Saturday. I'll know my schedule, as in my workout schedule. So if it's in the morning, then the Tuesdays and Thursdays in the evening will be pretty good. Unless he tells me I gotta go do some cardio, which I hate cardio. So I hate cardio, but hey, I guess I gotta get it in to be able to get shredded up. So.
No, but thank you both for coming on and saying a little piece about all these soldiers that we need to remember, because that's why we live the way we live today. Regardless of if you're happy with the current situation or not in the government, the basic freedoms we have were fought for, and you can't take that away from the soldiers who are putting their life on the line to do it.
Correct.
Amen.
So we're going to say,
I just looked at something on his bio thing there. Thing said you was 50. You better back that up. Ain't no way you're 50.
I'll be 51 Friday tomorrow.
Oh, nice. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday. But man, I was like, ain't no way he's 50. Look how young he looks. Damn.
Good living.
Dude, I'm 29. I look 18 when I shave, and high schoolers come up to me and they're like, yo, what high school do you go to? I'm like, boom, 29 years old, buddy. Sorry, try again.
Students didn't even believe that. They's like, no way. I was like, I've been telling y'all since the beginning of last year that my age. And they's like, oh, I guess I didn't pay attention. I'm like, oh, okay.
Nice.
Okay, whatever.
Congratulations and happy birthday.
Yes, sir.
Yes, and we're going to say hi to our chat real quick because we just had a different agenda today. So we're going to say good evening, Las Cruces. Nice to see you. Anachronic Comics. Joe, great to see you, buddy.
Hey, Joe.
Mr. Steve White, our Canadian brother. Good evening, sir.
The
Psychedelic Comics, Paul. How are you?
Paul.
Mr. Milt Miller. Good evening, Milt. How you doing tonight, sir? Great to see you, buddy. All right, we have one of my all-time favorite people, Jerry the Jitterbug. How you doing tonight, Jerry? WVOGS. Will saying hi to everybody. We have another Canadian brother, Brad Wellbore. How you doing tonight, Brad? Nice to see you, sir. We have Phil's Treehouse. Good evening, Phil. Nice to see you.
Oh, Phil.
Right. And then we have Mark from Legion of Comics. Thank you for stopping in, Mark. We appreciate it, sir. We have Comic Book Addicts. Good evening. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming by. Nice to see you, Scotty. And we got Jim. We have random. Oh, my gosh. I got a little too happy with it here. We got Random Rips stopping in. Thank you so much for coming by. Shop for Comics. Good evening, sir.
Sure.
And Entropy in Comics, Kevin, good evening. Nice to see you. Brian LCS, Brian, good evening, sir.
Godfather.
And we got Carlito Classical, of course. Always great to see you, Carlito.
Mm-hmm.
And giving his little RIP to TiVo. All right, and we have Couch in the Sloucher with C. Bizzle. Good evening, buddy. Nice to see you. Another guy I got to get back on here. We haven't seen him on here in a bit. Or co-hosting either. We have Paul from Sector 2815. Great to see you, Paul. Thank you for coming by. Kenneth Bird. Good evening, sir.
Birdman.
All right. We have J2 Jamiris, who another person I got to get on the 1011. Thanks for coming by, J2. Nice to see you, buddy. And I think we got. Oh, yeah. He was talking about it too. So a lot of people are connecting. So and that's what I like, right? We're in a community that has a lot of respect for this. So it's nice to see. There's a lot of causes out there. But no matter what cause is currently going, we should never forget the people that fight for us.
Yep.
And DK, good evening. Nice to see you.
What's up, DK?
And Tony from the Comiverse. Good evening, sir.
Tony.
Mr. Bobby De La Ghetto. Great to see you, Bobby. How you doing, bud?
Bobito.
Yeah, he's been turning out a lot of great art. You guys got to track
He
his
has.
IG.
He kills it.
He's
And-
an artist. You said he's
And
an
genius art where he's doing
Yeah.
cutouts and layers and making
Yeah.
covers that are 3D. Amazing stuff.
So good, yeah.
But that's all the chat for the moment. I'll keep giving a tip of the hat to people as they come in. But for now, are you guys sticking around?
Oh yeah.
Perfect.
I was just staying around to get this introduction going, Gary.
Good. Well, let's stick around. Now, Ray, being part of the show, that means if you got something to say about something the guest is showing, you got to just pipe up and interrupt us because
Yeah, please.
him and I,
do.
we're talkers, man. We'll talk over everybody if you let
Don't
us.
worry.
Yeah.
I'm an alpha male. Don't worry.
There you go.
Hey,
I may have heard
I
that
have
about
a
you.
question. I have a question for you after the show, but
Yeah.
But hold on, Matt, you're taking off?
I'm going to take off, gentlemen.
All right.
see you, Matt.
Have a wonderful night, everybody.
Bye,
Thank
Matt.
you, Matt. Great to see you as always, buddy.
Thank you.
See you guys.
All right. And then, of course, we're going to make Will big. So, Will, as we like to do, who are you? What's your channel? What is your channel about? Give us a quick 2 minutes on you. And we already said hi to the chat, and then we'll just start with your first book.
Yeah, sounds good. Again, thank you, Gary. I really do appreciate you having me. I'm thankful to have seen your channel and get to know you throughout the last few weeks. My name's Will, WVOGS18. My username, it's funny because my last name is Vogel. So it should be WVOGS. So I go by WVOGS, WVOGS 18, more like WVOGS, even though my last name, like I said, is Vogel, pronounced Vogel. 18, I was born October 18th. I am 29 years old. I just recently got into comics the last few months, or actually probably last year, 2 years ago. I went to my friend's Super Bowl party and I said, hey, I watch these comic YouTubers. Do you have any comics you're willing to part with? He's like, yeah, I have one. And he gave me a comic, which I'll show and talk about shortly. But I also collect sports cards. So, yeah, it's fun. I've enjoyed doing both. I'm on a sports card hiatus because just some things came up. But I am a comic collector. I've been doing it for almost probably 2 years tops. And
It's a slippery slope once you're in. It's
it
tough to
is,
get out.
and I'm thankful to met so many people along the community. It was really weird coming into the comic community. I was a sports card guy, and I thought people were gonna be like, "Oh no, we got a sports card, bro. What is he gonna do? He's gonna ruin the hobby." Blah blah blah. But
No way.
just like the sports card community, the comic community opened their arms to me, and I am thankful to be in both. And I have wonderful support, and I appear on a bunch of different channels, but the show I probably appear on most, which I appear on a lot of shows, but the one I'm mainly featured on besides my channel is I'm on Tuesday nights pulling the 619 and his amazing friends, along with a bunch of other YouTubers. And
Right.
yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I'm on other shows like Chris the Comic Vet, show us what you got. I'm on a sports card channel called Sports Cards and Things called Aloha Friday because he's from Hawaii. I'm on Tony Kami Versus. I'm on Durz's. I'm on Trev's Bagging, Boarding, and BS.
Right
I'm
on.
on whoever wants me as a guest because I'm an open
So
book.
you make the rounds.
Making your
There
way
you go.
around.
Yeah, people are like, oh, don't you get worn out? How do you do this with your work? Well, with my job, I work sporadic hours, and lately they haven't made me close or open or work too late so I can make shows. And yeah, I tell people, if you want a guy with a ton of energy and to have fun,
There you go.
please.
And you forgot one. Sometimes you're on Insomniac chat. Insomniac
Oh,
Nation.
I am. Occasionally I'm on Insomniac. I forgot about
Gotta
that.
give CJ a shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out to CJ. I may be on that show tonight. Who knows? Because I don't work tomorrow, so maybe I'll hop from one show to another. But I'm thankful to be on every show, especially the ones I'm on weekly. And again, Gary, I've said 100 times, I'm thankful. Hopefully I can return for the hot seat in a few weeks, but it's up to you. But yeah, thank you guys. Love
That'll
everyone
probably
out
be
there.
July. Probably either the end of July or the beginning of August because I schedule way ahead.
Yeah.
I have a couple dates left in
That's
July,
fine.
but they're like 10-1-1.
Yeah, that's
But let's
fine.
get going with your first book, sir. Let's see what you brought us tonight. Then let's talk about now. Again, the whole point of this show is not about the monetary value of books. It's about books that mean something to you personally. You could bring in all coverless books, and as long as you love it, it could be in pieces. That's all we care about is the love of books on this show. With that said, go ahead, Will, with your first book.
Okay. So this is no particular order. This book is cover art is inspired by Scarface, and it's my favorite male Marvel character, and I bought it at my LCS. It's my first comic of this character. It's Deadpool.
Oh wow.
Oh, that is a great homage cover.
Yeah, that is a great homage
Just
cover.
love the black and white with the red writing. Yeah. Yeah, it's a fun comic. It's a kind of creepy cover, but you know what? It's a different Deadpool. He's not wearing red. It's a black and white homage
Yeah,
to a great
that's
movie.
a sick cover.
Yeah,
Without a doubt.
I like black and white covers. It reminds me of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the '80s
Yep.
when they
Yep,
was
exactly.
Turtle Prime. That's what they was called on the cartoons, Turtle Prime. So
That's
black
my
and white
buddy
Right.
James. Hello, James.
Now, Turtle Prime
go
on the
ahead.
cartoon, never heard of that.
Well, no, they was doing the regular Turtles, the ones that got their names on their belt with the initial, and then they was time traveling or something, and then they went to Turtle Prime, and they showed them all in black and white, and they was like whooping their butts. They was whooping all the other regular Turtles' butts because they was not hardcore like them when they first.
Right.
And I also love the black and white covers because, being a Savage Sword of Conan fan, I love the black and white art in those old magazines.
Yeah.
All right,
And the
good
cool
first
thing
book,
about
man.
the black and white covers is you could get the white part signed.
Oh yeah, sure. There you go.
Well, that and they're just striking, and that cover reminds me of like X-Force Deadpool when he had the black and silver suit.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
All right, book
Right.
number 2, sir.
So this book is a Todd McFarlane book. It was the first time in his career he forgot to sign the cover. It's my favorite Image character, and I bought it at my LCS, and it's my only comic of this guy so far. And shout out to Collecting with Durs. It's Spawn.
Oh wow, he
Right.
didn't sign that, right? Yeah, that's right.
First book he has never signed. Like you can trace all over the cover. There's no signature at all.
Mhm.
Everybody's got an
Yes.
off day, right?
Oh yeah. He was probably signing the books, and he's like hurrying up, and he's like, "Oh man, my pen's out of ink."
Mm.
He was probably
Nice.
just happy to be done with the cover. Then probably late at night and forgot to sign the
Dude, he
cover
was
before
probably
he sent
like,
it off to
"Yeah,
print.
he signed."
That's
But yeah,
great cover,
Spawn's
too.
a fun, cool character. Definitely want to get more of him again in the future. But yeah, that cover screamed to me, especially look how big those guns are. They're huge.
right.
That
I hear
screams
that.
90s.
I was gonna say, yep, you took the words out of my mouth, Jim. That's 90s hangover right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But yeah, Spawn is my favorite Image character. Deadpool's my favorite Marvel character.
All
Well,
right.
we'll try not to hold that against you.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. All right,
It's
number
fine.
3, buddy.
This is a facsimile foil variant. It is as Jim likes to say,
A reprint.
a reprint. Yeah, actually, exactly. I love how Jim plays along with it. It's it's a reprint. The original comic's from 1963, and it's the first appearance of Spider-Man in a black costume. And I won it from Phil at Sector 2815 when he was doing Guess Like Key. but it was prize tag from Brother John Comics, and that's why it's special. And it's my second favorite Marvel character. It is the Amazing Spider-Man 252.
Nice.
Dude.
I know, and word has it from Jim that Brother John guy is a bit of a character. He acts up quite a bit.
Yeah.
So
Ray, that's Jim's
Jim,
brother, by the way.
He's a
Jim,
he's a prize hog, is what he is. He wins all the prizes.
Can I get a? It's a reprint.
It's a reprint.
Hey,
I like the facsimile editions. It's great to be able to read the original stories as they were presented.
Mm.
I love because and you guys can let me know if you're the same. But part of me looking at the old books is looking at the old ads, reading the old letters that people sent in. I love all that stuff. Seeing because whatever's on the back cover is a snapshot of the time usually and what was going on then. Especially back, you get like these crazy toys that were banned like a year or two later, and then they're all over the magazines.
Or I like the one with Dr. J on the back.
Yep. So many cool snapshots of history in comic ads and on the back pages of the comics.
Oh yeah, I love the back covers sometimes as much as the front covers.
And as a kid reading and growing up, I've always loved the letters pages. I used to read the letter I used to read the editorial, the bullpen at Marvel, and then I would read the letters page too. I just loved it. I don't know why I ate it up. All right, number 4, sir.
This is another reprint. It just came out actually. It's first appearance of Deadpool, a subject of the Weapon X program. First appearance of Copycat impersonating Domino. First appearance of Gideon, a member of the Externals. I also bought this at the LCS again. It's my favorite Marvel character, Mr. Deadpool.
So I take it that you're ready for that movie in July then.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. That trailer was amazing.
I think that's the last one he does. I don't think he's going to do it anymore after that.
Who,
Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Think?
I think if they make the money that I think that might generate, they could probably squeeze one more. He does it like a cameo.
Cameo.
Yeah.
I wonder who would be the next Deadpool if it wasn't Ryan Reynolds. Someone really funny.
I don't know, but I mean the whole stick with this one too was just him and Hugh Jackman have wanted to do this together for so long, and to see it come to fruition is just amazing.
It's amazing, yeah.
Thanks, Disney, because Fox wouldn't allow that to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly. Well, Disney does what Disney does, and they just bought it and made it their own.
Oh yeah, I'm pumped.
All right, number 5, Will.
Detective Comics number 587, my favorite superhero, who is Batman. And DC favorite male character, Batman, and it was my first Batman comic I bought at my LCS. I love this cover because it reminds me, I know it sounds dark, it looks kind of like the alley where his parents got killed, but I don't think it is. But
Crime Alley.
Yeah.
But that's an amazing cover. I've never seen that cover before. That's actually really cool.
So,
it's 75 center.
So you collect more Batman Detective Comics or Batman Volume 1?
Detectives.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love how the cape is like I don't know if tattered's the right word, but like windy and torn.
Kind of looking like Spawn up back there.
Yeah.
And a good silhouette shot of the hero is always nice.
In the long box. As you could tell, I'm a mixture of new and old comics, but I lean towards more old, even though I have more new.
And Bobby always giving us a good information, covered by Norm Brayfogle. I can't talk all of a sudden, so.
It is Brayfogle. Nice call, Bobby.
Bobby knows his stuff.
Bobby knows his stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
I'm like that with Conan. Bobby's like that with everything.
Right.
If someone was like, "Oh, who did the cover?" I'd be like, "The only cover artist I know, because I'm new to comics, is Jenny Frison."
Yeah.
I'm actually shout out calling the 619. He found a Ghost Spider one for me because I went to an LCS for the Ghost Spider Ginny Frizzin. They ran out, and I messaged Paul. I'm like, if you see one at your LCS, I'll send you a cool AOK in return. He found one. They had one more, and I'm like, thank you so much. I could get this signed at Heroes next year.
There you go.
She's there.
Nice. All right, number 6.
So this is Batman 450. It's the first appearance of Curtis Bass, a corrupt businessman who tried to take place of the Joker. Joker is my favorite DC villain. This was actually from a huge AOK, and I'm going to do a video on it eventually. It's going to be a few weeks so it comes out. From Batman. She sent me 20-something Batman books.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, I know that
this
cover.
isn't the real Joker. It's a guy pretending to be a Joker, but I just like how it's like all of him is in color, and then you just see like a shadow of his like.
Yeah, that was always a nice menacing cover, and I think they did if I'm not wrong, I thought they did a lenticular of it at some point too.
They might have.
The Batman Volume 1 series was like the best. Like personally, I have issue 400 all the way up to 713, and then some lower issues or whatever. But that run is just phenomenal. I wish it would have actually numbered all the way to 1,000 to be, historical. But I was collecting all the way up to Volume 3, and then the stories just started getting stale. Volume 2 was pretty good, Quarter of the House. I like that, but nothing beats Volume 1. Nothing beats a lot of Volume 1s when comics came out. It's, and then they try to go with that legendary numbering or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't work.
Oh, the legacy numbering?
Numbering, that doesn't even work because they said Thor was at 700 at one time, and I collect Thor, so I already knew the numbers were off.
Yeah.
Because what are you counting? Are you actually counting Thor God of Thunder, Thor Son of Asgard, all that thrown in, or is just from Journey into Mystery to Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3 that way? Because like I said, at the time they said it was over 700 issues, and it wasn't even close to over 700 issues because.
And they misnumber those too, because I do 2 days a week at my LCS to sort books, and I've come across where they've got the legacy numbering wrong, and then they fix it the next issue. So like, all of a sudden they'll print it wrong on the thing. You're like, how is this behind the issue that was before it?
Thor Volume 2 tried that, as in it was, start off with a new number, and then I forgot what number where it starts. It'll say like number 10 / say 5 something because it's continuation off the last issue of Volume 1. So
it is a Mark Wolfman.
Mm-hmm. All right, so with both you and Ray here, you guys are both Batman fans. What's your favorite Batman costume? Mine is still the Brave and the Bold era with the gray, the blue, and the yellow insignia emblem.
Oh man! So I didn't grow up with Adam West Batman because I'm only 29, but that Batman is sick. I love that outfit. But this may be controversial, and I do like what's his name? Oh gosh, what's his name? I can't think of it. He also plays Beetlejuice. What's his name?
Michael Keaton.
That's the best Batman.
Yeah, Keaton Batman. But I like the
best live action Batman out there. And I am a
sucker. I am a sucker for Christian Bale Batman. I love Christian Bale.
Oh, he's one of my least favorites, actually. I like Michael Keaton.
George Clooney better than him?
Huh?
Don't tell me you like George Clooney's Batman better than Christian.
No. It's Michael Keaton's and then Batfleck. Ben Affleck, he took up the screen as Batman. Batman felt imposing when Ben Affleck was him.
Because he was a bigger
Ben Affleck all they want. He was a good balance between Bruce Wayne and Batman. And I think where some of the actors struggled is they could play one, but they weren't so good at the other.
So what do you think Bale was better at, being Batman or Bruce Wayne?
Bale was better as Bruce Wayne.
I can see
he wasn't good as Batman. The fight coordination was slow. Like that fight with him and Bane was painful to watch. It was so
that was a little bit painful. I just like him. I don't know why.
I hope what's my man's name on Reacher, the new guy? He played
he played Hawk.
Alan Richard.
Yeah. That dude, he wants to play Batman.
Oh, he would be a good Batman.
6'5" or something like that. That dude be an imposing Batman.
Dude, he was in, I think, Blue Mountain State or whatever, a football show. Yeah, that guy is a
He was in Titans, the TV show Titans, as
Titans,
he played Hawk.
Yeah. So if he's gonna play Batman, he needs to get chosen to play Batman. But I have faith in James Gunn to do DC right. If he can take them bums, Guardians of the Galaxy, and make them popular, he can take any C-list. Like
who's your guy's Joker?
I thought Pattinson was a decent Batman too.
Yeah, but my spec as a DC character coming onto the screen, I'm looking for Warlord and I'm looking for the Demon. That is who I'm figuring. That's why I got the whole run of the Demon, and I'm like 8 issues away from having the whole Warlord Volume 1.
Wow.
I'm thinking they might pop up on the big screen because he likes taking those odd characters and bringing them to life. So that's
right.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Oh, that'll be good on YouTube. Is that Bat in the Sun Productions? Probably. They do a lot of great stuff on that channel.
Oh, I saw that Batman vs. Predator. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, that and the Batman and Darth Vader one's good too.
I like the Wolverine versus Wonder Woman one.
Oh, I didn't see that one. Hopefully she kicked his butt.
He's like, I'm not
I'll have to let you watch that one.
Right? There's no way Wolverine beats Wonder Woman.
No.
And I'm a Marvel guy. No. But there's no way Wonder Woman loses to Wolverine.
No. Yeah, she's too strong.
All right, number 8, Will. Now you see we go on tangents on this show.
I thought we were on 7.
7 was the Batman Joker one you just showed. Not Joker. So far you've showed Deadpool, Spawn 9, ASM 252, New Mutants, Detective 587, Batman 450, and Batman Joker.
Oh, so I have 3 more books after this.
Okay. I had 50 on my 10-1-1, so go right ahead.
So wait, how many more books do I have after this? I'm trying.
You have 8, 9, 10. Then you have 11 with a extended personal story attached, and then your spec pick.
Oh, so 4 more books after this. Cool.
Yes.
All right.
Cool. I counted wrong in my head. I'm not a math person. Sorry, Gary. My bad.
It's a loose structure. We're just here to have fun. Don't sweat it.
Don't sweat it.
So this book is a Comicsburg book, and I know the writer. We've interviewed him on Paul and the 619. He signed comics through the mail for me. It's called The Edge One, and the fun thing, like I said, is we've interviewed the writer and we've had him on our show. His name is Marvin Wynn. I won this on Paul's giveaway on his show when I was on panel.
Oh wow!
Damn, Paul's giving you like a quarter of your collection, huh?
A lot. I have a lot of my own, but yeah, Paul's hooked up a lot.
Paul gives away a lot of books. He's a good dude.
He is. I'm not what's it called? Going to Heroes, even though I live in Charlotte, I'm gonna meet people at the meet and greet, and I'm gonna like wait in the lobby a few hours ahead of time just to see who I meet YouTubers wise. But next year, Paul and the 619 is actually flying to Charlotte from California, and he said he's gonna buy my ticket, and we're gonna go all 3 days.
Nice.
But yeah, Marvin's a great dude, and this book is really good. I may get this yours eventually. I'm gonna get this signed by him next Friday.
Nice. So you like signatures. So not only did you get into comics, you also got down the signature rabbit hole.
I have only 3 signatures. No, I only have 2 signatures right now. But I want more sigs, yes.
Callie, how you doing, sir?
Thank you, Kelly.
Now, Ray, I chronically call everybody sir, and Elias gives me a bunch of crap for it. So it's just who I am. All right, Will, number 9, sir.
So this is Star Wars Empire number 31. It's the first Star Wars comic I bought in my LCS, and it's my second favorite Star Wars villain. And yes, second. He is my favorite Sith Lord, though. And has a really cool, speaking of history, quote by history, and it was kind of a play on words. It's Darth Vader, and it says, speak softly, carry a lightsaber, instead of speak softly and carry a big stick.
Nice.
Yeah, so as a history buff, loving history in high school, when I saw this, besides the cool cover of Darth Vader, this quote, I was like, hey, they're playing a quote on history.
Right.
So
that is cool. I never saw that cover either.
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't collect Star Wars, but I haven't seen a lot of those. So.
Oh, I just love it. It looks like, to me, it's not, but it looks like Coruscant, but I don't think it is. But the cool thing is, I love the top. It says, Darth Vader, Imperial Diplomat, question mark?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, actually, he is a diplomat in that. He has to, like, negotiate and stuff. It's crazy. Oh,
Well,
man,
you
there's
can't
one
be all
book I
evil all the
forgot to
time.
bring back. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
I don't
You know,
think
every once in a while, you got to force choke someone, let them know you're serious.
Right. Don't know what you mean, and stand your ground.
Right.
Even though he didn't have the high ground.
I think one of the funniest SNL skits was Adam Driver when he was
yes,
when he was the undercover boss as Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah,
I love when he
undercover.
goes. He's like, when he's the technician, and he's like, I'm gonna go into Kylo Ren's office and get his lightsaber. And they're like, I don't think that's a good idea. He comes back and he's like, You guys see this? I found his lightsaber. And then he's sitting at lunch with the stormtroopers and they're like, what do you think about Kylo Ren?
But when I saw that,
loser. I heard he's fat. I heard he's fat and not in shape. And then he kills one of them at the end.
But when I saw that, what it made me want was the James Earl Jones version of that as Darth Vader.
Oh, you know what's funny is my dad told me that Lucas, he got the inspiration from the Vader helmet. Was he went into a military store in Britain, and it was a gas mask, and it was a German war helmet, and he's like, yes, this is what we're doing for Darth Vader. And before they had James Earl Jones do the voice, they had this British guy, tall British guy. And my dad's like, have you ever seen the outtakes? I'm like, I think I've seen them on YouTube where the British guy's like, right, I'm going to force choke you. You better obey my commands.
Right.
And I'm like, I wouldn't be scared of that Sith Lord. I'd be like, dude, you don't scare me. Your voice is funny, man.
It's fun.
But and also I don't know a lot, like, so when they're doing these Super 7 Conan figures, I got the Thulsa Doom one because I think that's the only action figure that has the likeness of James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love.
So I made
James
sure to
Earl
grab
Jones.
that one just so I could have the James Earl Jones face.
Yeah, and
number
everyone's
10.
like, "Oh, Star Wars." He's also great in The Sandlot, where he's the old man. I love.
Yeah,
him in
yeah.
The
He's
Well, he's one of those perennial actors. He's good
Right.
no matter what you put him in. He's fantastic.
Yeah. He can
Exactly.
carry his
Number
own.
10, sir.
Another one from Paul in the 619. He's done a lot. It's Detective Comics number 627 from Paul. It's the anniversary of Batman being in his 600th appearance in Detective Comics, inspired by Detective Comics number 27, as you can see by the cover.
Oh, wow. It looks like a painted cover.
Don't it?
It really does.
Yeah.
And
kind of an ASM 15 homage, too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
a little bit.
But yeah, this.
I mean,
Yeah,
Amazing
I was like,
Fantasy.
That's a thick boy too, isn't it? It's a thick book. It looks. Yeah.
What's the
You
annual?
know,
Square
Batman
bound.
gave
Right.
me a book of like the greatest Batman stories, like the first meeting, introduction to Alfred, the Red Hood. It's like a big, thick Batman book, and it's like 5 stories in one.
Is that
Wow.
an annual?
Is it? Yeah, I think
This
it was.
one,
Or anniversary issue, right? Yeah, it's an anniversary issue.
I think it is. I can't remember.
No, it looks
What
like an
I miss
anniversary.
about annuals, the annuals back in, the volume ones, the real annuals. I like how at the end of the year, it gave a great story. Like, I love my Thor annuals because they tied in with the story. Now
Right.
it's whatever.
Yeah, now they put annuals out. It's either an event that's just running through a bunch of different annuals, or it's just a standalone, which really isn't tied to much.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
As you can see, I like older books.
Yeah, Bronze Age is my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I'm a Bronze Age baby. All right, so now number 11 with an extended personal story.
Oh, we're on 11. Okay, let me skip that one then.
Time flies once you get talking.
Yeah, I know, right? This is the comic I got from the Super Bowl. Like I said, I told my friend I wanted to get into comics, and he gave it to me. It's my favorite Marvel character, female character, Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider, Radioactive Spider, whatever you want to call her.
Nice.
I love the watercolor cover. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, that cover pops.
You know, she's a good second to Jessica Drew. That's about all I'll give you.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Jessica Drew is always the number one.
She's not as tough as Jessica Drew is. Jessica Drew's been through a lot. She's got a lot of miles on her.
And I'm just picking on you all. There's nothing wrong with Spider-Gwen. I'm just joking around, buddy.
Yeah,
of course.
But yeah, her new series is out too. And I was really digging the last one because they had some Dazzler covers, and you know what a big Dazzler fan I am too.
Gary, then I need to send you a picture of a Dazzler I picked up 2 weeks ago. I'll
So-
send you a picture on Instagram.
Of the original run.
I don't know, but I'll send you a picture on.
I got that original run twice over. Some of them 3 over.
I'll send you a picture later.
Taylor Swift to sign your first appearance of Dazzler.
Nah, see, I look. Taylor Swift is great, and she'll knock whatever she does out of the park. But she's not my pick for Dazzler.
Who's your pick?
Dua Lipa.
Ooh, I like it.
I think Dua Lipa would be a great Dazzler.
Oh yeah, she would.
Nice. Comics on the Edge. How you doing, Robert? Nice to see you, sir. All right,
Robert.
So then we get to your spec pick.
Oh my gosh.
So this is my spec pick. Partial origin of Black Widow and partial origin of Black Widow and origin and death of Natasha's husband, the Red Guardian. I bought this on my LCS. It's my second favorite team of heroes after the Justice League. Still need to get a Justice League book. But this is my first Avengers book. I also have another. It's beat to crap and back because it was in that condition when I bought it. But
oh wow, there you go. That's an early one.
Avengers 44. As you can see, Captain America's fighting Red Guardian. And then you have Scarlet Witch, and you got Hawkeye.
Now, what makes that spec?
I think it could go up because it's partial origin of Black Widow.
Oh, see, okay. So you think they're going to bring Black Widow back, maybe?
No, it's just I feel like old Avengers books need to get a lot of love. And they could rise slowly up. I know their thoughts on what.
Oh, that's okay. It's your spec pick, man.
You have June.
You could have brought out Super Pro, and if it's your spec pick, it's your spec pick.
I do want a Super Pro one day. I do need
Super
a Super
Pro.
I'm an NFL guy, and I'm eventually going to get a Super Pro.
I know. And what we've all been talking, Ray's just been bringing out all the hero weapons.
Yeah,
I know, and I'm
he's
like,
ready to take somebody out with his
This is
katana
my blade.
or whatever.
This is my sword, my blade sword, because that's who I cosplay when I go to the Comic Cons.
Nice.
So I have this, and then my wife had bought this for me 2016. We was at the Dallas.
Mjolnir.
Yeah, so I have this. So I have a couple, and then I got Cap's shield, which she had got that for my birthday as well. So that's why the man cave needs to get finished. So these can be dismounted. This goes on the dresser over here.
You got to bring that and get Chris Hemsworth to sign it.
Well, true. I forgot old boy's name that played the Thor in the Incredible Hulk movie. What's his name?
He's such a good actor.
I forgot.
Yeah, he's like a dad on a TV show. I forgot his name.
Yeah, me too. But I like him. Let me see.
Wow, that was a while back.
Thor actor.
Yeah, he was Thor in it was the Hulk versus. Well, it wasn't the Hulk versus Thor, but they fought in that, which I thought was funny when they threw Mjolnir at the Hulk. It didn't bounce back; it just knocked the Hulk out.
That's what it should do.
I'm trying to think who it is.
Because I'm an idiot. I put Daredevil TV show, not Hulk TV show.
Well, the Daredevil, the one, the Traveling Incredible Hulk, I'd love to get that actor that played Daredevil.
Eric Allen Kramer, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
And then you had Thor and Adventures in Babysitting.
Yeah.
Played by Vincent D'Onofrio.
That was D'Onofrio. A young
Kingpin.
D'Onofrio. A very skinny young D'Onofrio.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Kingpin went from being a superhero to the crime lord.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I always thought that, I remember that part blowing me away in Adventures in Babysitting when I was watching it for the first time back in there. I was like, oh my gosh, Thor.
Oh yeah. So, but like I said, I got this in 2000. Let's see, 2000. Man, I can't even remember. 2002, matter of fact. I was in Hawaii, and this was on sale. I ordered it. I think it was like $125.
What's it made of?
It's steel right here. It's sharp. Bad boy sharp.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So whenever I see a sword,
I can't find my stand.
Highlander, right? Toledo Salamanca or whatever it was called. Yeah. But the Atlantean sword, the Conan sword.
Yeah.
I want to get that one. So once I get the stand, I got to find another stand for this one because I lost it in the move. And then I want to get the stakes because I want to complete my Blade costume. So that way I got the stakes, I got the glaive, I got all that stuff. And then that Conan the Barbarian, I want to get that.
I love the glaive from Krull. Krull is one of my favorite movies.
That's what they call Blade's glaive. It's a glaive too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I want to get that so that way I have that. But I'm going to have to make sure it's 3D printed, it's plastic because I went to Epcon in El Paso, Texas in 2016, and I had this, but I had it in the sheath, and I was walking around for like a good 2 hours, and then security is like, hey, man, you can't be in here with the sword. I was like, you just now telling me this?
Right.
So what do you have to do? Like leave?
I had to go take it out back to the car and come back.
Yeah, they I don't think they'll let any of that metal go through now.
I know at Heroes Con, I looked up, they're so strict. They're like not even like plastic weapons. I'm like, dude.
Yeah,
what's funny was when I was at the Philly, the Steel City Con, they were selling blades there. They had a whole knife table. I bought my kid a knife.
Yeah, they sell them to you, but you just
it's so contradictory.
Yeah,
I bought it and didn't take it to the car.
I didn't have it out or nothing. It was in the sheath. I had my costume on, walked around, and then I was like, I didn't argue with him. I was like, oh, okay, I didn't know. So I went back out to the car.
Movie.
I don't think anybody's going to argue with you anyway.
Yeah. So what's crazy is there was a guy dressed as a Ghost Rider. So my son took a picture of me and him together. So that's half of the Midnight Suns right there.
There you go. Love it.
Oh, that's cool. But favorite Blade movie? Blade 2?
No, Blade 1.
Really? Blade 2 is my favorite.
No. You discount that Blade 3 crap.
Yeah,
I didn't hate Blade 3.
I didn't hate it, but it wasn't.
Ryan Reynolds ruined that one for me.
It wasn't my favorite. I would definitely say 2 and well, 1 was okay, but I like 2 had more excitement in it.
One, I can't beat 1. That introduced because he set the tone. It's always said he set the tone for the MCU with that one right there. And Stan Lee was actually in it. I saw the tape. He was the cop that actually came in there that said, take him down or whatever. But, there's like Stan Lee was never in the Punisher movies and he was never in the Blade movies.
Yeah.
I guess
too bad.
Too violent or something. I don't know, but he was never in those movies. So
I think and no one saw the Ray Winston Punisher movie. I have that here on Blu-ray. That was really violent and graphic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I like the Dolph Lundgren one.
Me too. That one's underrated.
Yeah, I like that one, but that Ryan Reynolds, Hannibal King does not act like that. So that one was like disappointed me. But then they said at the end of it, it was supposed to be into the Blade 4 movie where it shows the werewolf or whatever that he threw.
Bobby's trying to start beef with you, Ray.
Yeah. Huh?
And it had Deadpool in it.
he's just joking with you, but
yeah, he's messing with you. Oh my god.
Now they need to get their new movie sorted out.
Yeah.
So when I went and saw, there was a very underrated movie, Alita Battle Angel, which was fantastic.
That
was
good. And man, when Mahershala Ali came on screen in that suit, I looked over at my buddy. I go, he should be Blade. And then they cast him. I was like, perfect casting. And then nothing's happened with it so far.
Yeah, he's gonna be like 60 years old. So
right, they can't get the writing done. They can't get
Blade's enjoying his retirement. He's like,
yeah, you might as well. I mean, the
stuff.
next person I think should play it would probably be Michael B. Jordan. I mean, he's probably about the next best one to play it because you're not going to let Wesley.
And it's a guilty pleasure. I like the the short-lived TV show too.
Are you talking about the one with Sticky Fingers?
Yeah, it was fun for a TV show.
It was all right, but.
They were trying something.
I didn't like
a lot
it.
of trying back then.
The way they introduced Whistler, he got his limp because Blade broke his leg. Nah.
Yes, Alita is. No, I'm gonna have to watch Alita again later. I love that movie.
Yeah,
So
I wish
good.
they'd come out with a part 2 for Alita.
Right? That movie was so underrated.
Yeah, it was very good.
But if they need a Blade, I live here in Evansville, Indiana. They come get
There
it.
you go. And you've been training for it.
Yeah. I'm 50, so that's at least that's the criteria because Mahershala Ali is like 55 now. So
right. I mean, he was only 35 when they started talks, but no,
but I think he just has the height on me.
Gary.
Because I'm
only
talked
to him in his mom's in the womb. They were like, "Hey, buddy, you want to do this?" And like,
but I was excited for the Mahershala Ali one because he's a great actor.
Because how tall is he? Like 6 foot?
He was a good cottonmouth on Luke Cage. And then they killed him off too quickly.
I love Luke Cage though. That was great.
That TV show was awesome.
Yeah.
I know, but they never. Him and Jessica never got to have their baby. I wanted them to get together. And
so the only one that sucked out of the Defenders was Iron Fist.
Iron Fist was horrible. Yeah.
But did you see in the TV show where they showed the original Iron Fist where he was this what's his name? Curly haired, whatever his name is.
Game of Thrones, he was horrible.
He was horrible. His movements, I was like, my 12-year-old can move better than that.
Yeah.
It did give us Misty Knight,
right?
And Connie,
Colleen Wing.
Yeah,
and they could have made a movie.
What I wanted was a spin-off show with those two, with Daughters of the Dragon.
Yeah, that would have been sick. But you know what? The problem is Marvel's not even going to do anything for a while. They're going to sit back, or actually Disney, they're going to sit back and figure out their next thing because they're probably just going to watch James Gunn tear it up is what they're going to do.
Yep.
So.
All right, so we've been going for an hour and 15 minutes, guys. We're going to start wrapping up. We're going to go around and do what I like to do at the end of these shows. We're going to see what everybody's got coming up. Jim, of course, we're starting with you, buddy.
I'm going to probably actually tomorrow. I picked out a couple books that I want to showcase and probably do a little Can You Dig It episode before Heroes Con. So I'll probably have that out Monday maybe. And then I am just gearing up for Heroes Con. I am, getting I kind of went over it the last video I did, like my strategy, what I plan to do. You might see me, I might get on Marcus's next Tuesday. He's planning to talk about Heroes Con because he's going. So you might see me there next Tuesday for his show.
FOC and Chill?
Yeah, FOC and Chill, because really he just said, man, I'm going to be talking about what's the plan for Heroes Con. So
I'll have to hop on.
If you guys ever want to go to a pure con, that's the one.
Can't wait to meet you, Jim.
I agree. Me too, sir. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a fun time Friday.
I know I won't be at the actual con, but next year I will. But the meet and greet's also gonna be a blast.
Yeah. So
thank you, Will.
Nice. And Will, what's coming up for you?
Just posting videos sporadically. I do a sporadic live stream every so often. I don't play in it. I just say, you know what, screw it, I'm going live, which is kind of annoying because I feel bad. I step over people's shoes, but they can always watch the replay if nobody watches. Let's see. Tuesday nights, Paul and the 619. Wednesdays, Chris the Comic Vets. Thursdays, nothing really. Fridays, sports card stream. It's called Aloha Friday. Actually, Wednesday also, I forgot to say, is Bagging, Boarding, and BS with Trev, the shipping guru. Friday, I already said. Saturday, nothing. Sunday, Tony, Commieverse, and then Collecting with Durs on Sunday as well.
Nice.
There you go.
And Ray, we're going to hit you last since you're your first time on the channel. So coming up for me next week on the 11th, we have Erotic Comics Joe on the 1011. I think this is his 4th appearance, and he's doing all birthday books the month he was born. So that'll be fun. And then we have Dave Bratton making his first appearance next Thursday on the 13th. On the 18th, we have Milt back, and it's going to be a vinyl. 1011 vinyl edition. How we did the game board edition.
Right.
Now we're going to do vinyl. He's going to bring on all records, and we're doing a special vinyl edition.
Wow, that's awesome.
Then on the 20th, we have Pocan Joe. You're not going to want to miss that one because Pocan Joe, I had asked him on special before I did any of this. He's doing a military comics 1011.
Ooh.
All right, and then we got
Sergeant Rock.
Yeah, then we got Steve the Voice White on the 25th, making his also 4th appearance, and then making his 1011 debut. You've seen him twice on In the Hot Seat. Jerry the Jitterbug on the 27th. And coming up on the 21st, there's a special Friday evening show with me, Cliff, and John's Comics with Kids, where we're talking the 10 storylines that change comics. All right, so that's what's coming up for this month. I'm booked.
You're done. We're booked.
Booked. Now, Ray, what's coming up for you, good sir? Anything?
Well, okay, so tomorrow, me and my son, my 12-year-old, he's going to be 13 in July. We're going to go get our haircuts like I actually need one because, of course, tomorrow's my birthday, but we're celebrating it Saturday because a lot of people will be off. So the significance of that is the fact that my trainer is coming over with the people that are in our fitness group to celebrate my birthday and also prepare us for the bodybuilding show that's coming up in September. That I'm
birthday workout, no cake, right?
Well, I got today, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday to eat whatever I want. Come Monday, it's game on.
Right.
So I'm going to enjoy my Big Red Soda these next 4 days, because then after that, it's just basically the same thing, eating every day, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times a day until September 7th when the show. But tonight, I'll be reading this.
Oh, nice.
Came out.
It was good.
Space Ghost. So, of course, I had to go get that one and then go get that one and then go get that one.
My man.
Go get that one.
You're like me with Conan covers.
You get a Space Ghost. You get a Space Ghost.
Yeah, my man.
So Space Ghost, grew up watching him as a kid. This is Sunday. I can't say it too loud, but me and my wife was going out of town to a flea market because we saw. Let's see, make sure he's not listening. My son, he's into Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
So nice.
That's my kid's favorite movie.
Yeah, this dude just started like telling us he likes it and stuff. So we went to
Shorty the Clown, his favorite too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we went to a flea market yesterday, and they had the animatronics, which they ran out at a Spirit Halloween. So I'm going to get those for him, and then I'm buying myself the first appearance of Sinestro. I saw it for 4.0, graded already.
Nice.
So I'm going to pick that up for myself. Myself.
Right.
And then after that is just I'll still be working out tomorrow, Saturday, take Sunday off, and then get ready for my prep on Monday. So hopefully Buttercup with her Majin symbol gives me the strength for these next couple of days.
You got this, bro.
Yeah, somebody had this specially made for me, so I was like, yeah, because that's my favorite.
That's a great shirt, though.
Yeah, I can't wait till her comic comes back out, so I can get that.
All right.
Nice, good stuff, gents. All right, so as I like to do when we're ending this, first of all, I want to thank our chat. We had a great chat tonight. Thank you guys for coming out and for supporting everybody. If you haven't seen Ray before, please go follow him on Instagram. That's Franklin _ fitness.
Team _ fitness.
There we go. And I will add that to the description below after. That way people can find you. And of course, thank my co-host Jim as always. Thanks for always being the wingman, buddy. I appreciate you. And Will, thank you for coming on and making your first appearance on the 10-1, sir. Certainly appreciated. And of course, Ray, thank you, because I reached out to you very last minute and you made it happen. And I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much for doing this on a couple hours notice. You and Matt were great. I reached out. I didn't even meet you before. And you were like, let's do it. I'm on. So thank you. Thank you for your kindness and thank you for coming on.
No problem. I appreciate being on here. Greatly appreciate it.
Stygian Dogs, another good Conan channel if you guys aren't following them.
Yep.
Okay.
But always watch my Savage Saturdays where I review a Savage Tale every week and read one that has been out of print for a while usually. That way you guys have the story. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate all of you. I did not know that I had. Oh, okay. I had all this private chat, but thank you guys so much. And as I like to end this thing, and I got to get the right video here, and we say keep it casual.